Game on! Another CCL exhibition match. A bit of a show match here so that the players can show their skills for the upcoming North American lead. We got House Traders going up against House Harkonnen here today. Blue versus red as usual. The teams have been drafted together. These are not fixed teams. It's just teams that were drafted for this particular occasion. On the left side, Weary Day on Deckard Cain, Madara Uchiha on Tacita. We got Nazmas on Urel, Red Robot on Johanna, and Hosty on Greymane. And on the right side of the map, Hocho on ETC, Fancy Pants on Jaina, Corgi Booty on Diva, and Butchin on Stukov with Mokka on Cassia. Time to shine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Okay, so at this point, let's see what we're gonna get. Oh, ETC is getting quite a lot of attention just as we're heading into our first game. This is again 3 maps, no matter the results. This is all for show, all for the players to show their skills off a little bit, and of course to give the CCL a little bit more exposure, which is exactly what we're seeing the setup right now. But it should be kind of fun here. Again, if you have European players play in these games, they always play on the North American server, which means that it's a cross-server play. We even have a couple of Koreans play, which also, again, means the exact same thing. Ping disadvantage. They play with 120 to 140 ping roughly, so you have to be a little bit careful in how you adapt to that play style. Focusing on macro game is oftentimes a little bit more important. You can't quite play as reactive as you can in your normal region. Now, as all of this plans out, we got on level 1 again the block party. So, block party, best party. And, well, let's see what the blue team in particular can actually pull off over here. They covered a couple of really nice setups here. Greymane, for example, could really go ham if he gets an opportunity to. But we also have, on the other side, Stukov, who can shut down quite a lot of these plays. I mean, ETC, for example, comes in with a power slide. Stukov follows up with a silence. If you have your 13, you can lock the target down for Fancy Pants to come in and get the damage connected. Madara Uchiha up at the top. Yeah, he is already playing around here. It's kind of fitting, actually, that he plays Tacita and the choo-choo train. Okay, I don't know about that. Tacita and the choo-choo train looks a little bit silly, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Go for it, baby. So, Red Robot is starting to move in. Hocho has to be careful. That wall was just half a second delayed. That was a little bit quicker. He's in trouble. But they're trying to take the camp down. The camp at the bottom of the map, the Siege Giants, have also been taken. Fancy Pants is coming in and survives just barely. But I really like how both of the teams are currently on the edge here. Red Robot. Oh, careful, baby. That could be a kill. Makes his way through all of them somehow. There's a mad body block. And ooh, look at that. Speed metal on level 4. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a different setup here already on the build. In addition to that, we have the Sins exposed. No Eternal Retaliation for Jojo in this setup. Quite a couple of different picks here. Ruby has been neglected by Deckard Cain. Shielding Potions, of course, nothing that is out of the ordinary in any way. Definitely noteworthy on the other hand. And at the bottom of the map, Greymane still going up against Diva and really putting the number on Corgi Booty here. I mean, just look at that wall. First tower is down, gate is nearly destroyed. That doesn't really look too good. Greymane is murdering the bot lane. Diva is having some serious trouble. Greymane with Insatiable and Wolfheart as his talent choices. And right now, Urel is coming in to help out a little bit more. But Corgi Booty is not having a good time here. I mean, not at all. That wall is nearly down. And guys, this is all before the first objective is in. 27 gems at least have been delivered by the Harkonnen now. So, yeah, Red Robot is already sitting there trying to go for the interrupt. 36 to 12 at this point. And Corgi Booty is trying to deliver a little bit more. Could actually make that work, but in the middle of the map, the fight continues. And it's again the red team that tries to make the moves here. Going for Hosty, who jumps out, uses the Gladiator's Medallion to keep himself alive and dodge out on the CC. And is still alive and kicking. And Jojo walks straight into them. Medallion used and is alive. What? Alright, Red Bear Beaver is about to come down, but Hocho, I think, had a chance to help out with a kill against Jojo, but decided against it. So they were not able to grab that one. And now the red web weavers are coming down first. The wall down here will still be destroyed if Hosty wants to take it down. But one way or another, they have to think about the defense now. And in the middle of the map, there's already a lot of pressure against the traders. So this is a big problem for him right now, as we are seeing the team lose pretty much the entire wall. Fountain should be taken down, easy peasy. And yeah, Greymane is of course needed. He could go into a werewolf form and start to take this down. Nope, not yet. Alrighty. So, Fountain might actually survive. Now that D.Va comes in too to help out, that's a little bit less likely. It's literally a 5 versus 3, so the entire structure is completely exposed. Nothing they can do. But they haven't lost the fort, so that's already quite important. EDC slides out. They can't go for the follow-up. At the bottom of the map, there's still a web weaver alive, and as you can tell, we have Urel dealing with this. Nazmas is currently sitting in position to take the web weaver down. They themselves have turned in 39 gems and are working on the final ones to try and get this thing set up. Yeah, Q built on the one for Tassadar, who's sitting at 70 stacks now. Another wall, and nice medallion. And he actually gets away. Yeah, Madara Uchira, there you go. Comes in with the eye and analyzes the place. And the medallion saved his bony ass right there. But can the blue team turn in? That's the question. Because at the bottom of the map, they have opened the wall up already. But yeah, there's Nazmas with the turn-in attempt. That didn't really work out. Up at the top, the play attempt. And the kill against the old man. Deckard Cain is dead. The Harkonnen, as usual, coming in and just bullying the elderly over here. Mokka is immediately getting killed though. Yep, that's the punishment right there. And Nazmas is still looking to turn in, but Corgi Booty is on guard the entire time, checking out what's going on around the bottom turn-in point to make sure that there's no chance for Urel to deliver the gems. He's still got Red Robot here. They have the early level 10, plus shield is out, so if they get a jump on somebody, they might be able to lock in another kill. But here's the level 10 also for the Harkonnen. And that gives us, amongst other things, immediately the Water Elemental. Got the bullet for Greymane. And Valkyrie in this case for Cassia. Careful. That mech is toast. There's the wall, and that's a kill. The explosion might have hit too, but that doesn't really help you a whole lot. Down goes D.Va, and the blue team turns in the Web Weavers. Yeah, 2 kills to 1, so a slight advantage now on the first map in this series. And Web Weavers up at the top side with a bit of minion wave advantage. Bottom of the map, Jojo is pushing this out. Keep in mind, she's lacking a little bit of the wave clear that she oftentimes has because there's no eternal retaliation. So she can't really push this out alone. She would usually be able to. But of course you want to join the fight here anyways. You want to be able to commit to that Blessed Shield and set up a potential kill for the team. An easy break through the middle, no problem taking the wall down here, but most of them focusing at the top, especially Greymane, just murdering here with the auto attacks. And they're going to get this fountain at least. In the middle of the map, still a lot of action going on. Nice setup from Deckard Cain. Here's the Valkyrie. They're looking for the kill, the wall. Tassadar is in play. And they're going for Nazma's big shove, baby. Not sure if that's really what they wanted there. That's 23 gems that they hold. But yeah, he's back to business. Madara Uchiha makes it out too. And Nazmas is on the move back. Oh, drops the ult at the last second. Is trying to get away from Corgi Booty, but D.Va moves in, gets the kill. Tassadar at least is able to successfully drop Cassia, so the counter kill is there. But the fort at the top has fallen, and that push has continued. So the entire wall at the keep is also down. I mean, I call worth. He might have... They recovered the gems. They traded a kill for a kill. Now they're slightly ahead in experience, and they're definitely ahead on structures. So pretty solid for them. I like it. They currently have 28,000 damage on Cassia as the top damage. And I mean, she is topping the charts here, isn't she? You look over to Greymane, the top damage dealer for their traders, and it's 18,000 only for them. It's a bit more than half, but still. There's definitely a gap here. So they need to be careful that Mokka doesn't rip them a new one. But they didn't go for stacking on level 1, so it's not that he's insanely scaling into the late game, outside of the normal advantages through additional talents. Yeah, still a fight in the middle. D.Va already had to move out. And Hocho, he should have the slide ready. Doesn't really use anything just yet. But they're pressuring. The blue team is on the march. They are definitely starting to pressure the opposition, and they have a lot of gems that they're now trying to turn in here. And they should be able to lock this one in. Easy peasy. So, yeah, 41 gems have already been delivered. Red Robot is able to deliver the last few, and that gives us another Web Weaver wave for the blue team. And this one comes also just as both teams hit their level 13. So, right now, at least for Stukov, we should get the Valorant reaction. We have the Ancient Blessings already. Highly important, of course, as well. Valorant reaction is in. And for Cassia, it's the Gloves of Alacrity. Okay, another opportunity to drop a couple of forts. And boy, that keep topside. Damn, son. That has taken such a beating earlier already. Yeah, here comes Nasmas as he moves in from behind. Ult is nearly ready for him. They're really just dropping them behind the fort. They want to make sure that there's no chance for them to defend the fort, so they are pushing past it and allowing the Web Weaver to get into a fantastic position for it. Greyman at the bottom of the map has the time of his life, taking another structure down with the help of the Web Weavers. Structurally speaking, this is a disaster for the Harkonnen. They're losing way too much here. Yeah, they're losing a lot. I mean, those Web Weavers are pretty much turning into sandworms right now and are just dropping them. Yeah, going straight through the face shields. So, right now, we got Nazmas still sitting in the middle, and the team is making a move towards the top side. They are trying to get as far away from the bot lane as possible, so that there has to be a choice made. Either the Harkonnen defend the bottom of the map, or they defend the top. But it seems like they're not really willing to commit to it anyways. Even, well, because Urel is still in the middle and trying to push this a bit. I think they could have tried to go and poke the keep down a little bit further. They don't really have an insane amount of range poke then again. I mean, they have Tassadar in here, but it's not like they're playing with Liming, Chromie, or, you know, any of these heroes that can, from a safe distance, start poking slowly against the main structures. I like that they're rotating around to take the camp now, though. So that's a pretty sweet move. They have to keep it safe, though, and nobody was anchoring the play here, so they might have to actually let this one slide after all. Top side is still exposed, and, yeah, the Harkonnen retake it. There was no anchoring the play at all. Urel was not sitting in that particular bush either. So in this case, she's still pushing this out as much as she can, but can't really make a play here or anything. On the level 13, we also have the target locked. 86 gems for the red team. Uh-oh, they lose one. They're about to lose another. Oh, but Shin is down. And Corgi Booty with 28 gems. Look at ETC. 48 gems for him. If they could take him down, that would be such a huge win for their traders, but they can't. They can go for boss, though. They are so close to level 16. I mean, either way, if you take the boss here, that top keep is toast. And, of course, there's still a bit of a push through the middle. Oh, actually, they want to go for the... Oh, my God, don't tell... No way! What? ETC actually dies. Why are they even here in the first place? They want to go for Mokka. And there's the condemn, and goodbye, Cassia. Cassia is down. Yes, they might lose Greyman. Not even that. I mean, even if Horsey would have died here, it would have been a huge win for them. But not even that happens. Boss is about to be taken. The only silver lining in this situation is that they were able to take the fort in the middle thanks to the camp they took earlier. But let's face it, that's a huge amount of gems lost. They were at 68 earlier. Now they're down to 31. The red team has pretty much lost their ticket back into the game. The boss has been taken, which means the top keep is already forfeit. And with 65 gems in their hands, they can also get another full-on Web Weaver wave, which means they can theoretically make a play for core even. And if not that, then at least for a double keep. They're looking absolutely fantastic here. Yeah, top side. I mean, again, this thing doesn't stand a chance. And they're going for it. They're going for the top. They're trying to go for game at this point. If they can get another kill, that's of course even more so possible. Yeah, there's the CC with a blessed shield. ETC is low, but he makes it out. ETC makes it out. Core gets attacked a little bit. Are they staying? That's the question. Web Weavers are now coming in. Yeah, but the boss is nearly down. But of course, there's still Web Weavers at the bottom and in the middle that are starting to make the play for those keeps. So no matter what happens, the red team is going to lose out on a lot here. I mean, those shields are nearly destroyed. And if another hero dies, then it's just lights out. Mid lane gets pressured. Bot lane gets pressured. ETC is dead. Tassadar comes in. Shows no mercy. Here comes the setup of the old man. And they drop Jaina as well. that is it, ladies. The core is already losing hit points. Corgi Booty is buying them a little bit more time, but that doesn't change the fact that in the middle, another keep is about to fall, and it's looking more and more like checkmate in this first game. The Harkonnen are in trouble. They are on the defense on every single lane right now, and they are losing everywhere. Mid keep is down, bot keep is falling, the core is about to get dropped too, and this is, one way or another, the lead in the series for the traders. Yeah, 25% on the core, and this is it. 10 kills to 3. Nicely done. That's game. That's the lead. The blue team with the advantage after game number 1 on 2 on the Spider Queen. Okay, game 1, well, the traders took it, and apparently they sniffed the spice a little bit too much. I don't know what to say here, but this draft is, yeah, let's call it special for now. But I think they either sniffed too much glue or they just like sniffed too much of the spice, like one of the two. But we have Nazmaz on Diva for the blue team. We got Viride on Ana, and that's pretty much where the normal draft ends. Red Robot on Cho, Mother Uchiha on Gal, and to make matters worse, we got Hostier on Artanis. Literally one of the worst offlaners you could possibly go for. The Harkonnen on the other side with Kogi Booty on Leoric. We got Mokka on Reyna. Fancy Pants on Abathur, Hocho on Johanna, and Butchin on Tyrande. In case you guys didn't get the memo yet, but these showcase matches here, you don't have to take every single draft serious. To be fair, there was a time in North America where the NA players actually played Cho'Gall as meta on the higher level. After HGC, I have to add that, and it was only on NA. Every other region looked at it and was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? But Cho'Gall was actually a first pick or ban in NA for a little bit. I think it was in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, in the first half of the year. But yeah, we have Rediha over here. The more interesting part to me is really that in addition to that, they really went for Artanis. Artanis is such a noob trap, it's not even funny anymore. Even Pepe My Lady, who loves to pick the hero to troll me personally a little bit, and have a lot of fun just simply threatening the pick in draft, have now for ages not drafted it anymore, and honestly I've never even done it against an opponent that is on an eye level with them. And yeah, that does, by the way, not matter for everybody that immediately jumps in. It's like, but I like the hero! You can play the hero. There's nothing wrong with playing the hero. If you're playing quick match or if you're just YOLOing around, by all means. If you have fun with Artanis, play him. But if your main priority is that you want to win the game, then he is definitely falling off hard in comparison with the other heroes that you could pick instead. It's not so that Artanis is not adding anything, it's just that he pales in comparison to the other options that you have in the same role. It's actually something that a lot of people lately seem to be misunderstanding a lot. You have to understand that Storm League, or whatever you do in Storm League, even on GM level, has nothing to do with competitive. It's miles and miles away from what you see in a competitive setup where players actually use voice comms, have coordinated plays, know how to play, know how to draft. So having something like this in this game is definitely a big troll factor. But again, it's funny, so at least there's a little bit of fun to that. Reminds me a little bit of Meta Madness. I mean, one of the reasons why we have Meta Madness in the first place is to force people outside of the meta picks a little bit more and add some spice to it. So we'll see how much spice we're going to have in a match between the traders and the Harkonnen. But now that we're here on Volskaya Foundry, we're definitely in for a treat no matter how this one ends. On the other side, we got Tyrande, which I honestly don't really see a whole lot as a hero either. We've seen her actually recently once, and that was in Battlefield of Eternity, where they also failed with it. She was, of course, one of the best supports back in the day, and one of the prime combos was just like ETC plus Tyrande, and then a little bit of burst damage behind it. You had Muradin and Tyrande, another fantastic combo, oftentimes played with Jaina, just to get a double stun in addition to the Hunter's Mark and then the burst damage. But Tyrande just also has fallen off completely. Not necessarily because the hero got so much worse. I mean, there was a part of that to it because of the Celestial Attunement changes. But outside of that, it was simply that other supports have taken massively over. You got Ana on one side, Malfurion is still absolutely fantastic. We're seeing a lot more Lucio lately also, who can be of quite some use. Deckard Cain has been back into the meta, and there's of course others to mention too. So Tyrande is just not really in the same position anymore that she was before. Also, as you see, is not that much needed any longer. But either way, as we have an Abathur set up, it means that in the earlier stages, the red team is very likely not going to head into too many big team fights. You can already see that in the middle of the map, they're more or less giving up on the objective because they don't have that 15-point pool in play. And they instead stack the top lane and try to get some structural damage in, which I actually kind of like. But I think that the drafts that they have will be a bit tricky as the game continues. Then again, we have a bit of a weird draft on both sides here, so it's not really that we can glean a lot of insights from that particular game anyways. But as we start, we have on level 7 now also Moonlit Arrows. Of course, we're gonna see the attempt of especially Leo to drain good old Cho'Gall a little bit more as this game continues. And Cho'Gall is a hero that obviously... Oh, nice one! Hosty! Job well done. That should be a kill. And it is. Tyrande is down. And the counter kill nearly comes through. That was actually... that could still happen, by the way. Yeah, they're body blocking. Cho'Gall, where's the drain? No, instead Jimmy is in trouble and they're trying to turn it against Atanas this time. Atanas comes in, Leo is down, and they can't get a counter kill as it seems. They're trying for a kill against Cho'Gall. That doesn't happen either. Hojo barely makes it out. And at the bottom of the map, we have D.Va on the solo protector over here. So it's already the meme dream from the get-go. Only one in the protector, moving onto the bot lane instead the top lane, where you would normally see the objective headed to take the fountain down, and going up against Abathur, who's tempted to go for the slams, but no! Abby, what? Ana is able to take Abby down with the help of Cho'Gall. That's a kill. They're already about a level ahead here. And the memes continue. Yeah, Cho'Gall is now sitting at the top, and it's gonna get a bit nasty. I mean, honestly, even on level 10, dealing with Cho'Gall is gonna be really tricky for them. We're gonna have that nano boost from Ana, we're gonna have those heals, and as the game continues, Cho'Gall just becomes stronger. I mean, it's one of the heroes that scales fantastically into the late game, and already in this early game, the Arconen are having a pretty tough time dealing with it. Now we have an early level 10, half a level ahead, which gives us a suppression pulse for the Atreides and for Tannis. Which is definitely in pretty much most situations the better ult. There's a secret counter to the Purifier Beam. It's called Walking Away. And once that you master that, you can dodge out on most of the damage. And if you're really good at it, you can still stay in the team fight while walking away from it. That's a pretty random R button that was pressed over here. So yeah, that happened. But yep, gets a bit of damage in, and of course with 3 kills to 0, they're already looking great here. I mean, they're pushing through the middle, move up to the top now. We got the Falling Sword at the same time for Jojo. So Falling Sword is one of those tools you oftentimes used against Ana. Puts incredible pressure on her, and is... I mean, again, you don't have to if you see an Ana. You can still go through the Blessed Shield, but if you go with the Falling Sword move, you can actually pressure Ana a lot and oftentimes help the team to get a kill there. Especially if you have a second hero that can move in with you. As we speak, we already have now in the middle another play. There's the jump. Kind of switching target a little bit. Trying to make the play here. Nice stun setup at least. But Leo is low and barely makes it out right now. Yeah, didn't fall though. Nobody died in that last encounter. Quest is completed for Gal on the level 7. And they're going for Jimmy. And Mokka is down. Mokka down. Tower down. Another one about to fall. 4 kills to 0. And yeah, there's Hosty coming in and saying like, alright, let's make sure that we're also gonna get all of the experience over here. The next objective should be roughly up around level 13 as usual, but this game is already getting bonkers. You can see how aggressive that Cho'Gall setup is right now. They know that they're ahead here, and there's not a lot that they really have to be afraid of. I mean, what exactly can really threaten Cho'Gall if he plays this a bit safe? Not a lot. Especially when Ana is around. And if the shit hits the fan, then Nazmas can move in with D.Va and create some space for him. So that shouldn't really be a problem either. I'm a little bit worried for the red team here. They need momentum, they need objective control in order to make any kind of dent into this game. And currently I don't see it happening. But again, we have seen some of the teams in those showcase matches do a great job coming back after all looked lost. And maybe, just maybe, the red team has what it takes here. The lead, of course, in this series goes to the Atreides. We have at the bottom of the map still Artanis dealing with this. He hasn't really taken his talent just yet. Top side, Cho'Gath has already taken control over here and is, of course, mainly trying to dodge out on the damage from Leo, which means you're attempting to dodge the drain, which he successfully did just a second ago. Here comes the bomb. They're all going for Jojo. She's getting body blocked. Yeah, a lot of trouble for her and jumps out. Has to use the ult to get away from this. But, well, here comes another move straight from Tyrande. But you can see how aggressive they are. The blue team is literally just diving into fort range because they're saying, yeah, why not? Abathur hasn't made a move yet with his ult, so we didn't see a copy yet. But this is getting difficult as is. Now, granted, there is Mule available for Abathur, so it helps them to keep the structures in play a bit longer. But things are still difficult. And, well, now we have the Soma Transference. Who are you going to use that for? That's the next question. I mean, maybe Leo at the front can be helped with it a little bit, of course. If the fight turns towards the backline damage dealers, they might also benefit from it. But one way or another, this isn't really looking too great for the Harkonnen as they're falling behind farther and farther on the progress for Protector number 2. And they have to engage at some point. And it seems like now that they have the level 13 talents, it's likely that's going to happen soon, TM. But here comes the stun attempt. And they didn't even fight properly, so the Cho'Gath is in the Protector. Okay, is there enough space for that? Yeah, Leo is down, the copy is still up, but yeah, they are making the move now for Jojo too. Hocho is nearly down, and yeah, I think he just realized that he was chasing the Abathur copy, but at this point, if he gets the ability up, if the cooldown is ready, that's going to be a dead Johanna. Yep, and there we go, Jojo down, so far so good, and guess what, up at the top, the fight continues too, and is likely going to lead to another kill, especially since Tyrande doesn't have any mana left either, so she's about to go down. Abathur is actually keeping her in play for quite some time, much longer than I expected. Still single D.Va in the in the Protector. Did we just have a D.Va with a mech in the Protector together with Cho'Gath? How the hell is there enough space in that cockpit? Can someone actually explain it to me? That's kind of nuts. That's a pretty fat Protector. That thing is bigger than I thought. So they took the fort at the top. They're taking the fort in the middle. 7 kills to 0. It's a disaster. Yeah, the HGCF, ladies and gentlemen, the Heroes Global Clown Fiesta, is what you are watching right here, right now. 36,000 damage on Gala in the meantime. We have at the bot lane the only remaining fort standing for the Harkonnen, as the traders are starting to push even further. We got mini Cho'Gath over here. Not for long, but yeah, they're poking away at this even more so now. Jimmy has the top damage. It's actually amazing. It's actually kind of crazy that Leo only has 11,000. He has the drain here pretty much, but he missed a few against Cho'Gath, so he really needs to connect those. I mean, maybe if they land a good Entomb and then are able to drain him, that might give them a bit of a chance. But he also goes into the traditional build with the Ominous Wraith here. I was actually thinking about him even committing more and more to the drain. We've seen that occasionally in games where you have a lot of high hit point heroes against you. It's not really super common, but might be worth it in this situation here. Instead of going for the standard build. They're moving in deep. 1 kill. Boom! Explosion, baby! And the nano boosted Cho'Gath is going for even more damage, trying to take Jojo out too. They took the fort down, and as you can tell, I mean, look at that setup. Yeah, Host coming in from the side, the explosion from D.Va after we saw the initial kill against Jimmy. And now they're going for the keep here. They're just crushing them. Honestly, they are flattening them like a pancake. Leo is up at the top and, well, he's taking the experience at least for them. They're even going for core. Why go for the objective when you go for core? 12 minutes in and they're starting to burn the core down. I'm actually winning this right here, right now. The 2-0. The traders dominating the Harkonnen over here. Yeah, nicely done. The meme dream is alive, ladies and gentlemen. The big W for the blue team here was Kaya Foundry. Okay, game number 3. Game number 2 was definitely a big meme, but now we have some more normal drafts here. So there's more of a competitive draft that comes in on the third game. Again, if you're a little bit surprised that we have a third game coming up with the 2-0 lead for the blue team, these are showcase matches, exhibition matches, so they always play all 3 maps. So we always have all of the maps, no matter the results. On the left side, we got Red Robot on Garrosh, Madara Uchiha on Sylvanas, Nazmaz on Malthael, Hosty on Medivh, and Very Day is playing Stukov. And to the right side of the map, the Harkonnen with Mokka on Vala, we got Corgi Booty on Diva, Bachin on Uther, Hocho on Diablo, and Fancy Pants on Hanzo. Okay, arrow build coming in from Mokka. Alright, definitely gonna focus on those camps. At least that's what you would imagine is gonna happen here. Monster Hunter is of course great if you're trying to lock down those mercenary camps. Helps you also to lock in the boss if you just have a couple of seconds to spare. You're gonna see that. Yeah, we got Uther here, which is... Uther is also one of the heroes that is definitely higher prioritized on the North American server than it gets prioritized on Europe, for example. I love the Medivh factor too, because they have very, very quick rotations now with Medivh on the side of the traders. And of course, in addition to that, we see Sylvanas. But let's find out if the Harkonnen can actually win one of the games, or if the blue team just walks over them with a 3-0 and destroys them completely. Which could definitely happen here. But well, as we're seeing the Harkonnen already rushing away here, still trying to take the control over the Spice. We have our little 4 versus 4. And again, guys, once again, if you want to support the channel and the esports coverage over here, not only for all of the European games, but lately we had the Taiwanese tournament. We're going to get a bit more CCL coverage in the future if you guys would like to. And of course, also on the amateur level, then you can support the channel on patreon.com/Khaldor. Very much appreciated. Not necessary, but big shout out also to everybody that's already supporting the channel over there and helping me to improve on stream and the setup here continuously. So thanks a lot. And again, if you want to support the channel, help to keep the coverage alive here, then make sure to check it out. So down at the bottom, now that both of the teams have taken their first pumpkin camp, we have still Medivh trying to get some stacks together on his baseline. Every time you have a Medivh player, that's pretty much what you're looking to see if you can play around that. I also want to highlight a bit that there's not really too much portal control available for the Harkonnen. We have Diva that can definitely help. I guess if Vala is willing to go into... Oh, first of all, wait, Dibbles. Hello? Alright, he gets away. That could have been a kill though. But yeah, so if Vala goes for the Rain of Vengeance, then she has a bit of portal control here. But it's not like we have a Junkrat over here or anything. They got a couple of stuns, but there's no Malfurion, Junkrat, Stukov on their end that can easily just control the portal whenever it pops out to make sure that Medivh doesn't aggressively portal someone into the team, or that it's not that easy for them to escape once they're trying to retreat from a fight. But right now, we have the Puncturing Arrow in for Vala, so a couple of stacks already acquired, nothing crazy. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. We have the first triple altar phase now coming in, and again an attempt from Medivh to portal Garrosh into a good situation. Yeah, controlling the choke point, nicely done by Stukov, but the problem still is that Garrosh is completely isolated. The shield of Medivh, the heals of Stukov, and Garrosh walks away, no fucks given. Yep. Well done. That could have definitely been a kill, and it's one of those moments when you are going up against the Medivh and you just hate your life because nothing works. Top side, hello. Okay, Corgi Booty is going to interrupt that as the fight continues at the bottom of the map as well. But we are actually seeing a play where the top side is not an exchange between the two altars. The bottom has been channeled though, so that 4 versus 4 was won by the Harkonnen. This is starting to be a bit interesting when it comes to at least the objective fights. But look at Medivh. We're only 3.5 minutes in, and he has actually taken 33 stacks already on the baseline. So he is in a position where he gets a lot of damage in. Another set of shots fired, so we have a 2-1 trade in favor of the Harkonnen. But thanks to Sylvanas, the push bot side. Off we go. And Medivh is nearly done. Medivh is at 39 stacks, and there it is. 3 minutes 57 seconds in. He's completed his quest. There's the kill against Diablo. He's down. Oh, they get the kill against Hanzo. Stick that bow where the sun doesn't shine. Yeah, easy kills. Medivh plays once again. Look at this setup. First they went for Dibbles. The Lord of Terror got dominated. Fancy Pants jumped away, and well, then there came the Fancy Portal. And that was the end of Fancy Pants. Easy kill over here. 2 kills to 0 now, and they stole the camp away. We have D.Va attempting to get some additional stacks on the level 4. So far she's only sitting at 7. The push through the bottom. Hosty already looking to set another portal up for the team. Good connect here. Haha, nice. Dibbles actually stopped being one of the pumpkins to make its way in. But some sexy plays already as this game continues here. Me likey. We got the jump over on the left side as they're making another play for another camp. Yeah, about to take this one down. Single altar up on the map. Level lead already, by the way. We are level 9 against level 8, so that's already a problem when we're looking towards level 10. Now, that could change. If the red team is able to get a few kills here and win that fight, then they can definitely bridge that gap a bit. But as you can see, now that we're having the traders getting more and more experience and actually closing in on level 10 so quickly that the fight over the altar itself might be a problem, the red team is completely abandoning the objective and instead making the play towards the top. We got the Mercenary Queen in, and the Mercenary Queen applies to the pumpkins. And look at that damage output. They easily drop that bell tower. And now they're trying to go for Diablo too. Maducho seems like he's able to move out of harm's way here. Ah, well, or maybe not. Gets thrown in again and gets dropped. But Mercenary Queen, yes, it applies to the pumpkins, and that's an easy drop on the bell tower. Guys, they're crushing them. They're absolutely murdering them over here. This is kind of insane. I mean, someone needs to call the care police because there's a crime in progress. We have Nazmas already. Yeah, there's the move up towards the top. Another portal. And yeah, our little woodchuck over here is already gonna get dropped. Yeah, a bit of a dance setup. I like it. Accepts his fate. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And Uther doesn't chuck anything. Dances around a little bit. It's the only thing that he can do. 4 kills to 0. The level 10 ability perfectly abused here. The advantage capitalized onto its fullest extent. Red team at least retook the bell tower at the bottom of the map. Now we got Strafe in. We got the Divine Shield. We have Apocalypse. And maybe finally now a chance for them to bring it back here. Trying to, of course, get the fight set up. We are nearly 7 minutes into the game. 1 stack for Malthael already. That's, of course, another problem. Malthael has the first stack in, and if he's able to stack his last rites a bit more aggressively throughout the game, he's going to be an insane damage beast in the late game. So, bot side, that's where we still have a slight push with Sylvanas, but the actual action is going to happen at the top, where we have currently 2 altars popping up. Normally, I'd say this is going to be an even exchange, but given how aggressive... Oh my god, seriously? That arrow! No! D.Va bumped them away, and the arrow hit nobody. Absolutely nobody. Narrowly missed the target. Honestly, we're going to take another look at it. So first we have them going for the camp here, and just look at this arrow. Look at the arrow coming through. Here we go! And everybody dodges out on it. No connect at all. That just feels bad. A sad panda moment. Shots are being fired. Bam! Connecting on each side, 28 to 28 right now. Oh my god. Down at the bottom of the map. Here we have our little play again with a potential gank coming in as the red team rotates in near full force. Actually, they have all 5 here. Corgi Booty is a little bit farther up, but he's with the team. They're making the play with Diablo. He needs to be careful that he doesn't get thrown in, though. That's a problem for him. Yeah, but Red Robot is a bit low, and Fancy Pants comes in with a bit more damage. Big shove, by the way, from Weary Day. Big one right there. And top side, D.Va has now retaken this, so she's pushing it out. We got the Blood Craze again on 13. We also have the Inevitable End, which means that now we have the Unstoppable frames for him. And, more importantly, Weary Day with the Virulent Reaction. You guessed it already. 1 level still missing until 13 is hit for the Harkonnen. 23,000 for Sylvanas, top damage in the game, followed by Vala, by the way, who's sitting at 21k. But yeah, camps are not up right now. Another minute, just been taken, and actually getting defeated down here at the bottom. Everybody's a little bit slower right now, but of course you have to be careful because that portal can come out of nowhere, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. This is really the problem for the red team. They have to be so careful whenever Medivh is around, because that portal can just pop up any second, and if you have Garrosh move through the portal, throw you over, taunt you out, then you know you're in trouble. And there always is the possibility of a quick follow-up with Malthael and the last rites whenever they drop you a bit low. So these snappy plays that we've seen throughout the game can occur any moment. Now the quest is completed for Dibbles, which means that he has his stacks on the baseline done, so he has his revive ready. Double altar is up, and there's the 13 on both sides. They can finally fight for this one. Stukov is already going for the channel, and he gets a freebie? No, gets interrupted. Oh, that's an APOC, and that APOC didn't get a combo anything. Wow. So Malthael is taking the middle, down here, interrupt. Yeah, the taunt. Oh, that was an expensive interrupt. Oh, not again! The arrow! Oh, if I'm Hanzo, I am going to kill D.Va later. Nice setup here, by the way, with the ult on Medivh. Yeah, they're trying to get the kill right here. Okay, the bomb is out, created a little bit more space. Once more, we have the channel attempt from Botchin. Can't do anything here. Medivh coming into the back. Hosty. There's the last rights. Divine Shield negating it completely. Well done by Uther. Nicely done by him. Red Robot. Ooh, and he gets away. Hocho, he's about to go down. He's not the only one. The mech is lost too. Look at Mokka. The portal is in us. They're trying to make the play for Uther. And the old man is dead. Uther is down. Mokka is on the run. Hanzo is in trouble. Fancy Pants is eliminated. And here we got the fancy plays against Vala. That's another kill. Kill after kill coming in. And now they can go for the bottom bell tower again. Yeah, the fight's right here. Dibble's the first one to fall. Then Uther dies. And they take Hanzo. And shortly after that, it's Vala that falls. Now the attack against the bottom altar. Ooh, Malthael is taken down. Nice. That's at least something. But it doesn't change the fact that the bottom bell tower is now claimed. And that Sylvanas waited with the channel. So now it's going to be 5 points off the red team's core. Diablo won't be able to get there in time to interrupt her. And that's going to drop them down to 19 points. Level 16 versus level 14. So it's a gigantic lead that we currently have. And the aspect of death is currently hardcore feeding. Only one to die so far. Reports incoming. Yeah. Also, talking about unstoppable frames earlier, Inevitable End, followed by the Will of the Forsaken on 16. So besides the Gladiator's Medallion, both of the heroes have now additional unstoppable frames available, so they can dodge out on more and more stuns. And the same is, by the way, also, of course, true for Garrosh. I mean, Indomitable is a must-have on the hero. Top side, Madara saving the XP for them. Sitting still at the bottom here, Medivh doing his thing, cheating as always, giving them a bit more vision and checking all of that out. And there's the reclaim of Bell Tower bot side. Corgi Booty, okay. Oh, they really want D.Va. Oh, that could be a kill, that could be a stack. And yeah, the kill is in. No stack for Malthael though. But of course, there is a big opening on the boss, and they take it right away. That's another 4 shots fired. The red team in a bit of a tricky spot. On the one hand, they really want to push this. On the other side, they need to be careful that they're not getting flanked here. We have a commitment on 16 even into Seething Hatred. That's actually something you see occasionally when we have an arrow build on Vala. Not that often, but it really helps you with additional pressure on those arrows. But against the setup here, of course, you can still go Manticore too. An arrow connects, but the unstoppable frames are there. Quest is completed for Vala, strafing it out right now. And in comes the potential kill against Dibbles. Yeah, nice Divine Shield. But so far, no last rights. There it is. That's another stack. Stack number 2 acquired. 10-second cooldown reduction. They're going for the kill against Vala down here. They follow up with Hanzo. A bit flip over. Red Robot is just throwing heroes left, right, and center. And now they go for another drop on that bell tower. They even look for another kill against Uther. It's a triple altar phase, by the way, that we're talking about. This could be game. If they're taking this one and they get all 3 altars, this is over. This could actually be over right now, 13 minutes into the game already. I mean, you can see that he's even waiting. He's waiting! They have 2 heroes on the map. They're taking the bell tower as quickly as they can. Top side, there's 2 heroes now up against Garrosh. He needs a bit of help, and that's where Malthael comes into play. Yeah, Stukov is going to go for the first channel. Actually, it's Hosty up at the top. They try to take this too. If they get all 3, then it's lights out. Sylvanas is going to be moving to the top left. Malthael nearly has his ult back. There's the explosion. Okay. Ooh, careful. Throws that out. Bit of damage connected. 5 shots have been fired. They're down to 10. Sylvanas takes the top left. Arrow hits, but it didn't matter in this case. There's the ley line. They connect with all. Another 5 shots are fired. And over here, this is the fight for their game. The Harkonnen could lose it all right here. But Mokka saves the day, at least for now, and shatters the shots. 25 to 5 points on the core. Another big push coming in as Hocho is looking to isolate Stukov, and that might actually work out for them. Dodges out on the Apocalypse. Another ley line ruins the day. Medivh just pissing everybody off on the red team like usual. And this time, there's another kill against Uther. No! Divine Shield, nice! And Malthael is down. Uther still dies a second later, but at least no stacks for the aspect of death. And they're just going full on ham. Stukov dead. Everybody dead and dying over here. They go for Vala to Mokka with another arrow attempt. But yep, there's another kill. Easy, easy. D.Va needs to be careful too. As juicy as that kill would be against Sylvanas, you need to be careful at this point. So yeah, look at this fight again. There's Hocho first. The portal comes through as always. They go for the big boy kills. And it's just an absolute bloodbath as they're turning Towers of Doom into a graveyard. 17 kills to 3. 17 kills. 55,000 damage for Vala. Camps get now taken at the bottom. That, of course, puts more pressure onto the red team's core. They're going to have the heroes back in just a couple of seconds. And talking about back, this one is coming back in 2 minutes. Next objective is spawning at the bottom of the map. That's already an issue. And, well, if they reclaim the bell tower here, then it doesn't really matter too... Well, of course it matters. But they would still be able to survive another shot. So there's that. And, well, here we go. Another attempt to go for the camp. I don't really think they need that right now. They got level 20 already. I mean, what more do you want? You try and force the fights. And there we go. Bottom of the map. Okay, they reclaim this one. It seems like they're going for the 4 shots. That will put them down to a single point on the core against 25. That would be an insane comeback moment if they can pull that one off. But I don't think they can. Well, we'll find out. Shots are fired. One last point. Yeah, now you either wait for the next altar to pop up, or you try and take the boss once it's up on the map. It's another minute, and really too much. Can take a team fight, of course, too, and try and escort some of the pumpkins onto the core. That's another setup that you could possibly look for. Okay, Medivh is cheating. And there's a flip, there's a taunt, last rites, Divine Shield. Uther on point with those Divine Shields against Malthael. I gotta give him that. Wall stun against Garrosh, that could be a kill, but the heals are there. Big push coming out. Nice shove. And the kill against Medivh. Oh, Dibbles is still alive for another second, and then he falls. Had the stacks up, loses his souls, but is at least back on the map. 20 versus 19.5, so they will get a Storm talent. They're actually fighting for this. I like it. They're trying to fight it out as much as they can. 68,000 damage by now for Vala. She's top damage in the game. Yeah, they're locking down the pumpkins as we speak. 2 kills against Malthael, 1 against Medivh, 1 against Stukov. And Dibbles trying to come in from the side, looking, of course, for a stun angle that he can't find here. Oh my god. Goodbye, my friend. Get the fuck out of my team fight. Stukov showing Uther who's boss over here. Give him the big one. And there is a bell tower taken. Now, to be fair, that bell tower doesn't mean jack shit if the blue team takes just a single altar, because they have all that they need here. But it would mean a lot if the Harkonnen win a fight and then can maybe equalize the situation a little bit. Another one taken. There is a mad amount of control right now for the Harkonnen. But they need to win that bell tower setup. That altar setup now. That's a different story. So, yeah, there's the interrupt at the top. Channel on each side right now as we speak. Hellgate used as Hocho jumps in. Can they bring that back? Arrow. Oh, nice. Arrow into Apocalypse. The attempt, but the ley line is there. Look who's sneaking away towards the right. Dibbles down this time for the full count. It's not looking good. The portal into the back line again. Channel on both sides, and they're going to get... No, he's interrupted. Nazmas, and he's dead. Nazmas is down. Vala in trouble. No more mana for Mokka, but the Divine Shield is once again ready, and the game continues for just a little bit longer. Both of the altars are still in. Both of the altars are still there. It's a 5 versus 4 in favor of the blue team. They isolate it. Oh, nothing connects, and this is game. Well done. GG. A 3-0 victory for the Traders as they secure the spice, kick the Harkonnens' ass, and send them away from Dune.